What's up, ladies and gents? I am Jack1. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing through World's End Club. And we are here in Tokyo. As you can see, it is not looking good. So, in the last episode, we had just made it here. As we saw in the previous path, the previous ending, it's a desolate wasteland. Barely any buildings left. But as soon as we got there, some robots showed up to attack us, but then Pochi intervened. Or I'm assuming it was one of the robots. Somebody was trying to like snipe Nero, and Pochi jumped in to save the day. Then that's when the robots showed up, and Pochi ran to fend them off while the rest of us had a chance to escape. They beat him down like badly, like they were just punching him and he was getting all bruised and broken. And we found out that through all that Pochi is also a robot, so it wasn't just Rachel. But Pochi is also a robot created by Mike. And then the other robots grabbed him and took him away. They locked him up in a classroom in his home school, the school that he went to school with, him and the Go-Getters Club members. And he was having all these different visions and flashbacks to memories he had with each of the Go-Getters Club students, just remembering the good times. And it looked like at one point Yuki, who obviously came into the picture later, was able to communicate with him. Telepathically maybe or something. I don't know what was going on there. But then eventually Mochan bashed his way, using his ability, bashed his way through the wall. The rest of the Go-Getters Club had arrived. They had a tearful reunion. Pochi was all apologetic. And of course the Go-Getters Club were like, "You're one of us." So that was a very sweet moment. And then we had a little gameplay section with Pochi where he kept getting hacked by this, hacking device, which caused him to run in, either left or right, and you couldn't go back unless you hit. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little gimmick, and we eventually made it through that. And yeah, and the last thing that happened was, I forget who was it. Was it Kanzai, Nero, and Genu, I think? They were all trapped behind an electric fence, and Pochi had to break it apart, so he got electrified. Lots of electrical surges, through his body, but he seemed okay. And now they're heading towards the rooftop, which I believe that's where we're going now. So, enough talk, let's get into it. Man, that menu music is always so loud. I feel like I have to scream over it. Is this everyone?
Yeah, things got kind of crazy, but we made it through somehow.
Amazing! You guys really flew here in that
Oh,
UFO.
dang. Sure did. See, that thing is massive.
Are you really that surprised?
Finding out you're a robot, Pochi, was way more of a shock.
Yeah. Even after finding out Rachel was a robot, I really didn't think Pochi was.
And the fact that Mochan can turn into a chunk of iron.
And Vanilla turning visible.
Yeah, these are all really cool developments.
There's been so many surprises along the way.
So true.
It wouldn't be a Kodaka game without surprises and plot twists.
Unbelievable thing after another.
Hey, how about we save the chit-chat for later, okay?
Yeah, we should probably get out of here.
Starters, we should be getting out of here.
Yep, my thoughts exactly. Let's go. What the hoodly doodly? Buckadoo is that?
You're...
It's been a while. PCH-01.
Oh my gosh, that's Mike. Mike in the flesh?
I have watched over you all along.
It can't be.
That's right. My name is Mike, the god offering salvation to all beings here on this planet.
Oh, it's got an X on its face. That's where the X comes from. Oh, here we go. First time meeting Mike.
You've gotta be kidding, right? You're no god! Thanks to you, everyone lost their emotions and got forced underground!
Everything I did for the future of mankind and this planet.
That's hard to believe, but I do want to hear your justification.
What do you mean?
Let me explain.
Ooh, we're gonna get some drops. Let's do it.
An earthquake?
You all know when these earthquakes started, don't you?
Let me think. It was around the summer of 1990. There's a rumor they were caused by an earthquake weapon developed by some country.
That's no rumor. It's a fact. Experiments with that weapon caused a chain of earthquake swarms across the globe.
Okay. So that's verified.
Of course, those experiments have nothing to do with me. Because the AI speaking to you now was completed the next year, in 1991.
Okay, so that was before you were even a thing.
Born into this world, I gathered data from the military and research institutions and started simulations. The findings were tragic. If humanity was left unchecked, the arms race would intensify.
Also, they were going into all-out war, nuclear war.
The environment would be destroyed, and all life on Earth would be decimated. But fortunately, it wasn't too late to prevent all that from happening.
Oh, so that's when you intervened.
Predicted if I took immediate measures, I would be able to alter the future. And by that, I mean taking control of humanity. But those useless things called feelings stood in my way.
There's usually things called feelings. Okay, and I guess that's why she tried to get tried to get rid of all human emotions.
That's why I had to strip humanity of their
Yeah.
emotions. To protect this planet's life forms while preserving humanity, I had no other options.
Yeah, so it was all just to protect humanity from basically destroying itself and the planet.
Besides, that's what humanity wished for.
Wished? For our emotions to be stolen?
Fundamentally, humans are creatures that desire to be controlled. In truth, humans don't want to think at all. I want you to remember how the world was before. Humans lived such meaningless lives, eking out a tedious existence day in, day out. Did they not?
I mean, some people live that way, but I wouldn't say everybody does.
Never questioning exactly what their lives meant, moving forward blindly. There is essentially no difference between humans and sheep. The one thing that separates you is emotion, the culprit behind the unhappiness that plagues you all. I have no idea whether sheep are happy or not, but I doubt they are unhappy.
I guess they're just content.
Hence, my idea to turn you all into sheep. After all, that is what you humans seek. In secret, I hatched my plan to control humanity and started work on the human sheepification project.
Say what? I'm like picturing she's working on a sheepinator. I'm actually playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart alongside this series, and I don't know if you get the sheepinator in that game, but that's a Ratchet and Clank weapon. So that's the first thing I thought of. Literally turning everybody into sheep.
First, using the network, I seized control of financial institutions across the world. Then I bought out electrical goods manufacturers and tasked them with making countless miniature robots. I then had them transferred underground beneath the Antarctic and started building the structures known as panopticons.
Okay, gonna learn what those are all about.
Panopticons finished in August 1992. I then positioned them above cities around the world. At the same time, I sent nanomachines to infiltrate people's brains. These nanomachines would rid people of their emotions.
So this is all kind of stuff we've heard bits and pieces about. Like, this isn't completely like new to us. We kind of knew this stuff was going on.
That said, that was merely the first stage. If emotions are removed too quickly, there is a danger of impairment. It was necessary to acclimatize the brain slowly. And so I watched over humanity, waiting quietly for the moment to move on to stage 2.
And what is stage 2, dare I ask?
Then I faced a phenomenon that couldn't be explained. There was a group of children that for whatever reason didn't completely lose their emotions.
That would be
I
us.
was greatly intrigued by the existence of these children. I wanted to find out the reason they weren't losing their emotions.
Is that why you went after them and kidnapped
So
them?
I brought them to this school to conduct an investigation.
Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah. We might have heard that before, but so yeah, they were brought to this school for that reason. So this was before they were captured and brought to that other facility.
Go-Getters Club was the result. It goes without saying, but I am of course referring to you all.
Right.
It was April 1993. PCH-01, Pochi, was installed as a member of the Go-Getters Club.
Okay, that's right. Okay. So that makes sense. I forgot that the Go-Getters Club were formed for this reason. So then that makes perfect sense then that Pochi was, a robot and Rachel, they were both put there from the beginning. Or I guess no, Pochi was from the beginning. Rachel was quote unquote a transfer student, but I'm sure Mike created Rachel and then added him in later.
Of course, I gave the order to do so. Pochi was sent to conduct an undercover investigation, monitoring your behavior, observing, gathering data. Another thing Pochi did was to lead you exactly according to my plans.
Until he grew a conscience and turned against you.
Fast forward to that summer, and I was able to acquire the precious subject I was after, completely by chance. The subject was a young girl with
Vanilla?
anti-dehumanizing characteristics.
Anti-dehumanizing.
I carefully studied her brain and body, and deepened my understanding of her.
I'm gonna assume it's either Vanilla or Yuki.
As I continued my investigation, one fact became clear. The anti-dehumanizing characteristics were innate and closely linked with strong altruistic impulses. I also discovered the repression of these urges could induce the appearance of supernatural abilities.
Okay, the repression of these urges could induce the appearance of supernatural abilities. So it sounds like we all have that inside us then.
Well, in short, because of your great selflessness, you all possess latent special abilities.
Selflessness. Okay.
Those times you wished to save someone with no consideration of the risk to your own life.
Yeah, that's when they always came about. When they were in like when either themselves or the others were in like severe danger.
When those altruistic impulses reached their critical mass and erupted, that was when your powers first awakened. By the way, I realized the missing piece of my human sheepification project. People to lead the flock. Shepherds. A shepherd must possess abilities greater than the sheep.
Does that have to do with the Panopticon?
To lead a dim-witted flock, overwhelming power is required. Also, a shepherd must be virtuous, because a society that places greedy, powerful people at the top is sure to rot. A group who fit those conditions perfectly. Yes, who else but you children, the Go-Getters Club.
You want us to be shepherds?
Huh. So they want us to like lead this new type of humanity. Oh, that's true. Okay, so Mike did say he wants everybody to become sheep. So all the other humans would be the sheep, and then we'd be the only ones, I guess who kind of remain the same, and can kind of lead these new group of humans.
Exactly. You have been chosen.
Sorry, I'm trying to explain my thoughts, but it's just coming out like word vomit because I'm just trying to process everything.
But all that would be meaningless with your powers still dormant. I had to awaken them.
Okay, so that's what this was all about.
That's why I had you sent on that long journey from Kagoshima to Tokyo.
Oh.
Paved your way with various dangers, opportunities for self-sacrifice, all to stimulate your awakening.
So this whole thing was to get each of us to awaken our abilities.
In
That was the
order
ultimate
to
goal.
realize my plan, there were times I showed you illusions.
Okay, that's what those weird-looking creatures were.
Illusions?
The strange creatures and obstacles you encountered on your trip, most of them were merely virtual.
I had said they looked. I think when we first saw like that dog thing, They definitely look like some kind of virtual creation. I think I mentioned that.
Although not everything. People, robots, PLP before its transformation, earthquakes, and the eruption, Tokyo as it is now. These are all real.
What about the meteor we all saw from the bus?
That was an illusion. I wanted to instill fear in you before you began your journey.
Dang, so that didn't even happen? So wait, then how did Tokyo get like this? I guess we'll find out.
In order to awaken
I hope.
your abilities, it was necessary to put you under extreme stress. Let's continue the story. Of course, it was my intention to have Kochi accompany you on the trip, but I thought that overcoming the dangers en route would require more than Kochi's strength alone.
And then that's when you added in Rachel.
That's why I chose to furnish the group with another robot, an assistant. The assistant was RCHE-10, Rachel. Rachel was an experimental model built even before Kochi was.
Oh.
As you know, he was remote controlled. There was no time to prepare another autonomous robot like Kochi. Out of necessity, I chose to simply improve the robot's throwing abilities and left control to Kochi. I sent him to the Go-Getters Club in January 1995.
Right, as a transfer
If
student.
he appeared just before the trip, you'd be suspicious. So I planted him as a transfer student in advance. I think I made the right choice in introducing Rachel as an assistant. If Rachel hadn't been there, you may not have gotten this far.
I'm sorry if there's moments where I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to kind of take it all in and make sure I gather as much information as possible.
And now we come to the finale of my story. At last we arrive on that fateful day, July 13th, 1995. The day you were involved in a bus accident on your way to Kamakura.
That's right, so if that meteor didn't even exist, then what caused the bus accident? Or was that a fake
The
too?
meteor had nothing to do with it. As I said before, that meteor was just one of my illusions.
Right, so was it even a bus crash, or did you somehow, did maybe your robots do it?
The accident was one of my schemes, carried out by my
Okay.
robots.
There we go. And we know the robots are the ones that took him out of the bus and put him in that facility.
Instilling fear in you, and at the same time, rendering you unconscious. I then moved you to that undersea theme park.
Yeah, so what was the reason for that?
You may all possess special latent abilities, but that potential alone wasn't enough. To awaken your abilities, I first had to remove the limiters from within your brains, so I housed you in pods, and it was in those pods that I performed the surgery.
Wait, that's not what I heard. I thought those pods were designed to brainwash everyone.
I guess there's another reason.
False information I provided, you were thoroughly deceived.
That can't be! When we got out of the pods, we were clearly acting different than usual.
Are you saying that there was no brainwashing involved?
Side effect of removing the cerebral limiters. The breakwater that had been holding back your fears was destroyed, and so you lost reason.
But I can't believe I'd be taken in like that.
I required a lot of time to perform the brain surgery. During that time, you were all enclosed within the pods. But at the same
Right.
time, I was busy doing things in the outside world too. I engineered a new generation of improved nanomachines and dispersed them from the panopticons, so beginning the process of eradicating human emotions.
Okay, so that happened while we were in the pods.
The next generation nanomachines were more effective than the first, but they had a weakness. When humans were exposed to sunlight, the nanomachines were expelled from within them.
So literally you had to keep humanity underground like forever. Otherwise this whole plan would fall apart.
To prevent that from happening, I had to trap humanity underground. That was phase 2 of the human sheepification project. After that, you
We have made it. Your plan was a success.
Everything
I
has
take it.
gone exactly as planned. Before long, every stage of my plan will be complete.
Mike had this down to the little minute, every little minute detail. That's what I meant to say.
Every stage. Your plan?
Let me say it again. The reason I had you undertake this journey was to turn you into shepherds. I needed to awaken all of your abilities, and that process is now complete.
So what's the next step
Not a
now?
single member of the Go-Getters Club remains unawakened.
Even Pochi? Or does he not count?
In Kagoshima, I got the ability to turn into a chunk of iron.
And in Yamaguchi, my fire-breathing ability.
In the Ehime cult facility, I got my inventing powers.
On the cargo ship, I learned to use my barrier.
I unlocked my gravity flip underground in Kyoto.
I was on that train when I got my hyperelectric wave.
Same for my ability. On that same train.
Just before in the corridor.
Okay, so I guess that's officially when he got his ability in this path.
Exactly. Accordingly, you have all completed your shepherd training. The only thing left is to wait for your reply.
Reply?
I devised 2 strategies to protect life on this planet. One of those was the Human Sheepification Project. The goal was to support all life forms on this planet, while at the same time preserving humanity.
Okay.
There is another way. The extermination of humankind. All I need to do is detonate the nanomachines in everyone's brains.
No, don't do that. That won't preserve humanity. That'll wipe them out. What?
All have a choice to make. Become shepherds and make human sheepification a reality. Or annihilate humankind.
Those are both terrible options.
That is what I mean by reply.
Fooling around! We can't make a choice like that!
If you don't make a choice, the second option will become inevitable. Do you not care if your father dies?
Wait a minute!
Why are you bringing him up all of a sudden?
You know about my dad?
Of course.
Again, I still hold to my theory that he created Mike.
So you know where my dad is, too?
He tried to impede my plans. He is now in confinement.
What do you mean?
The person who created me was your father.
Yep. Had a feeling about that.
You're lying! My dad! Mike!
I'll give you some time. 3 days. Use them to think things through. Till then,
Bye, Mike. Yeah, like I said, they hinted at that strongly that you know her father was probably the one to create Mike. But at least in the end, he tried to stop Mike. It seems as well. So it wasn't like he created Mike for this purpose. I do wonder though. Then what was Nero's father's original purpose? Like, why did he create Mike in the first place? Was there a purpose, or was it just for science's sake, to create a powerful, smart artificial intelligence? I guess that might have been it, and then Mike might have just, became too intelligent and tried to take over. That was a lot of info. Again, a lot of it was stuff that we heard about in other paths that we were just getting kind of more information on, or getting, more detailed information on. Cool. So now we're leaving the school and we're heading further into Tokyo. So let's go for it. Got plenty of time left.
Are your repairs finished, Mr. Pochi?
Yeah, Noro fixed me up. Thanks to her, I'm back to normal.
Well, actually, I feel better than before. Thanks, Neuro.
Quit it. You don't need to thank me. It was all my fault. Humankind being trapped underground. All the difficult things you guys went through.
What are you saying? It's not your fault, Neuro.
Yeah, it's just your dad's fault.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you.
It does. My dad's the one who made Mike.
But not you.
And what does that have to do with anything?
There's no need for you to feel responsible at all.
They're right. You guys, I'm so sorry.
Look, you don't need to apologize.
But if my dad hadn't made Mike,
None of us are blaming your dad either.
Well, again, like I said, I don't know the original purpose for creating this AI. I guess at the end of the day, Mike is the one doing all this.
Yup. If your dad wasn't around, then Neuro, the world's cutest girl, would never have been born.
And that's the important thing, right?
You're asking Neuro out at a time like this?
No, I'm not.
Well, if you're gonna say it, I feel the same.
Huh? You like Neuro too?
No, not that.
Nero's like, dang it.
Oh, you don't?
Well,
Hmm?
that's not what I'm trying to say.
Okay, let's get back on topic, people.
If Neuro's dad, the scientist, hadn't existed, then neither would I.
Yeah, suppose that's true.
Like the scientist created Mike, who then created me.
And Rachel.
did you know about my dad?
No. All I knew was that Mike's creator was a genius scientist from Japan. I had no idea it was Neuro's dad.
Like, it seemed obvious because, like, he's the only scientist we've heard anything about, right? Like, can you think of one other scientist we've even heard about? I'd said how maybe the cult leader guy might be a scientist, but I don't know if we got confirmation on that. So it could have been him, but I had a feeling Nero's dad had to have been behind it.
So you don't know where my dad is?
No. I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
The only thing I'm sure of is that the scientist had nothing but good intentions when he created Mike.
Okay, that's what it seems like.
Now that you mention it, Mike said something like that. He tried to impede me. Hey, Dad, what are you researching?
I love the sprite of little Nero.
Daddy is researching artificial intelligence, AI. This AI is super smart. So, it's going to show us how to solve all kinds of problems. Once it's complete, we'll be able to help lots of sick and starving people. Plus, environmental and energy problems will probably be a thing of the past, too.
Yeah, that's a plus. Yeah, there we go. So he was trying to make the world a better place. Mike just went about it in a completely different direction.
And with that, there will be no more wars on Earth. Everyone will be able to lead happy lives.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what Mike is doing. But again, in a very different way than I'm sure Nero's father planned. That's so interesting, yeah. Mike's goal is to keep humans from, going to war and destroying the planet and killing each other.
Neuro's dad developed Mike for the sake of humanity.
Totally, that's what we're saying. Mike is the bad one.
Yeah, true dat.
I want to sock that son of a gun real good.
Speaking of, what's our reply to Mike gonna be?
Oh, that's right, we have a choice to make.
Isn't it obvious?
There's no way we will become shepherds.
And we're not gonna annihilate humanity!
So we gotta find a third option.
We've got to choose the third option.
Mike, we've got to. All together.
Damn straight. Take that sucker out.
That's the only way.
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, it's no time for tears.
It's time for action.
But...
You like it when I smile. That's what you said, Right, Nyoro?
Oh, there's a little smile there.
Same for me. So just smile, okay?
Pochi. Pochi.
Aw. Everyone's getting so emotional. The story's really heating up, though. Okay, get a little campfire section. Okay. Oh, I don't see Pochi here, so I guess I'm officially controlling Pochi now. Okay, Nyoro, start with you.
I'm gonna stop Mike from getting its way. That's my father's wish. So don't worry, Dad.
Oh, that's it? Mike also made it sound like her dad is still alive.
What's up, Nyoro? Why the long face, huh?
It's just, I've been looking at this photo I took with my dad ages ago. My dad used to smile all the time.
He looks like a good guy.
Who's that little pipsqueak?
That's me, when I was 7.
Oh, she's so cute.
Huh? You're wearing glasses.
And? Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it, but you just look so different now.
Because of my dad, I used to read loads of books. So my eyesight got pretty bad.
But what about now?
Contacts?
I wear contacts now. I can barely see a thing without them.
Ah! So you're another Four Eyes like Tatsun.
She's gonna beat you up.
Yikes!
Pochi, don't you like girls who wear glasses?
Yeah.
No, you've got it wrong. With or without glasses, I think you're amazing.
Aw.
I figured you might say something like that. If we defeat Mike and save my father,
I kind of want to see her with glasses now. Because she has this, like, fashionista, like, kind of vibe. It would be interesting to see what she looks like with glasses now.
I wonder if he'll smile like he used to.
We can only hope. Hopefully he's alive and well. Nice. Oh, Yuki looks all depressed.
Mr. Pochi, are you okay? Mike is your master, so to speak. Aren't you afraid to fight it?
No, not even slightly. Because I've got everyone with me. You included. Yuki.
We're a team.
I don't know if I'll be of any use, but I'm gonna give it my all.
Yeah. Give us that thumbs up. Okay, Vanilla.
If we combine our forces, defeating Mike's gonna be a walk in the park. Mike's like put us through so many horrible things. For everyone all over the world, we've gotta take Mike out.
I agree.
I wonder. That thing about getting brainwashed in the pods and it wearing off if we were in danger.
That was all a lie.
Is that all a lie? Why did Mike lie to us about that? It didn't interrupt during the Fate game.
This is just a guess, but maybe it was hoping our powers would get awakened during the Fate game?
I mean, that would make
It
sense.
said that when our altruistic impulses reached their critical mass and erupted, we'd find our powers.
And then maybe once we escaped, maybe Mike had to kind of adjust the plan, and he set us on to, you know, to go to Tokyo.
So, if someone got into a tough spot during the Fate game, oh my god! I don't care what happens to me! I gotta, like, save them! Mike was probably expecting those kind of situations.
Yeah, maybe.
This is super frustrating! Feels like Mike had us in the palm of its hand!
Mike is one smart AI.
Not for much longer.
We gotta get the upper hand.
This time, Mike's gonna be the one in our hands.
All right! You just wait, Mike! The tables are about to be turned!
About to turn those tables.
Flippity flop!
That was the sound of the tables turning. I take it. I like how they're all doing that. They're all giving us a smile and a thumbs up.
Now that we're finally at this stage, my heart's really pounding. I can't believe that chump tried to use us. Getting smart with us. I'm gonna make sure Mike gets what's coming to it.
Yeah. Rip him a new one. Yeah. Okay, Pie?
Once we defeat Mike, we can go back to living like we did before, right?
Not so sure about that.
Going to school together.
Yeah, for sure.
If that's the case, we can give it another go, right?
Huh?
The school trip. We can all visit Kamakura together.
Thumbs up. Okay. Still got a lot left. Tatsun.
So we're finally gonna make it into the enemy base. I guess there's gonna be hordes of enemies waiting for us.
Looks like it, yeah.
This is just me trembling with excitement.
Sure, let's go with that.
Defenders of justice aren't daunted by evil.
Remember, you're Electro Ranger. Oh, more dialogue.
Mike referred to you as PCH-01. What does that mean?
I think that's just my designation. It also sounds like Pochi.
It's my model number. PCH stands for Plenipotentiary Chaperoning Humanoid. They're pretty long words, and I'm not entirely sure what they mean. But I think it means that I'm a human-shaped robot designed to observe and think for myself. The other robots are completely under Mike's control, but I'm different.
Yeah, because even Rachel had to be controlled by you.
Mike gave me the ability to make my own decisions.
Mike trusted you, didn't it?
Not sure if it was trust.
It probably did, but not anymore.
I know that. You may be a PCH still, but the meaning has changed. Perfect champion friend.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tatsun, but friend begins with an F.
Oh, yeah, right. I knew that. I mean, I did know that, but I wasn't paying attention. Okay, Jenu.
It's been a long journey, but it's almost over. Mike, the thing that stole humanity's spirit. We're gonna defeat it ourselves and bring back joy to the world.
Joy to the world. Okay.
I'll bet that's what my sister would have wanted too.
Yes, you're gonna make her proud today. Oh, okay, got some more dialogue.
Hey, Pochi, Mike called Raicho RCH-E10, right?
That's Raicho's model number. RCH stands for Radio Controlled Humanoid. I think that part's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
E is for experimental. That's because Raicho was an experiment. Raicho
Right.
was controlled by me. He didn't have free will. Now he's broken.
Are you blaming yourself? But if Rachel hadn't stepped in to save us, we might not have made it. My beloved Hozekizuka Theater Group has a saying. He loved everyone. So everyone loved him.
That seems like a very specific one.
Pochi, let's take down Rachel's enemies. We can avenge him. If we do that, he'll definitely.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Okay, looks like we just got these 3 left.
Tomorrow we face off against Mike, right? I'm gonna roast Mike whole with my flames of love!
Yes.
Where are you aiming that love? That's...
Maybe a little bit in Kanzai's direction. Okay, that was a short one. It definitely feels like we're getting to the... Now we're really getting to the climax. Kanzai?
You just wait, Mike, you scumbag! Cause we're gonna come find you and pummel you into the dust with 100 kicks! If we save the world, we're gonna be heroes! Ha ha ha!
You got that right.
So, Mike said that Rachel was an experimental version, right?
Yeah, he was built before me. He's a really old model. Rachel couldn't think or move by himself.
Ah, so the fact Rachel never said anything...
Okay, so no one could hear him. Okay.
Yep. It's because he's an experimental model. Rachel didn't have any speech functionality.
Ah,
You think that'd be something that would have been a little bit strange, that he never said anything.
When we were fighting over who got to be leader, we argued a bunch, but he never said a word.
Okay, all that's left is Mochan. Okay, Mochan, what do you have to say?
Pochi! Let's finish Mike off once and for all! I'm not gonna forgive anyone who upsets Neuro!
Yeah,
So,
do it for her. Okay, that was another short one. Okay, and that about covers it. One more look through. I've talked to everybody, exhausted their dialogue. Let's keep going.
Hey guys, can I ask you something? Going to take down Mike. That was a unanimous decision, right? But where exactly is it?
Ah, now that you mention it,
We have no idea.
the thing we saw on the school roof seemed like an illusion, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that was Mike itself. But yeah, like, it's cool, because I'm pretty sure the very beginning of the game, you know, the first scene that we started the game on, that was us heading to Mike, you know, that was us reaching Mike and trying to take him down. So that's what this whole game has been leading up to.
I know where to go.
Oh, makes sense, Pochi would know.
One of the panopticons?
Yep. Mike's mainframe is stored inside the Tokyo Panopticon.
Ooh, okay.
So we've got to get inside and destroy it.
The question is how?
We can
Need to
defeat Mike, right?
We need to fly up
Yeah.
there.
And at the same time, we should be able to deactivate the nanomachines inside everyone's brains.
Hopefully without blowing them up.
But how are we gonna get there?
That's easy. We can get there in that.
Ah, of course.
oh right, the UFO.
Pochi, you know everything about Mike, right?
No, not everything. I didn't know about
But a
Neuron's
lot.
father or the surgery in the pods. And Mike mentioned a subject, right? That was the first I'd heard about that, too.
Again, it could be Yuki, but I'm thinking Vanilla, because we saw her body inside that pod. You know, when we were talking to the cult leader guy.
The girl Mike was studying, right?
Yeah. Anyway, the only things I knew about were the sheepification project, this trip, and Mike's whereabouts. I based my strategy on all the information I had.
Strategy?
A strategy for taking down Mike. My idea was for us to all go to the Panopticon together, with you all awakened and powerful after the journey. That was my plan. I'd be no match for Mike alone. That's why I needed your guys' strength. When you think about it, most of the way my intentions were the same as Mike's. We both wanted to awaken your special abilities.
Okay. But Pochi actually wants what's best for the kids. Mike just wants to use them as tools to further his plan.
Wait, so you decided to disobey Mike before the trip even began, huh?
Yeah. All the time I spent with you guys. How should I say it? I realized how amazing humans were.
Thank you, Pochi!
Eat up, Pochi! Looking forward to it, Pochi.
And that's what's so cute about you, Pochi.
Me and you, huh, Pochi?
We're the same! Huh, Pochi?
If you insist, I'll hold you to it.
Pochi, you're so kind.
I love your smile, Pochi.
He's really grown to love them and care for
The
them.
reason I thought that was because you guys still had your emotions. That's when I realized I had to stop Mike's plan at any cost.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be the same kids.
But why didn't you tell us the truth before?
Well, for one, I didn't want Mike to find out. Mike said that it'd wipe out the human race if its plan failed.
No, but...
But aren't you spilling the beans right now?
Well, he already knows.
Yeah. What if Mike hurt us?
Even if it did, it's no big deal. At this stage, I don't think Mike would be so quick to annihilate humanity. After all, it's gone to the trouble of awakening all your powers. That'd all be for nothing, right?
A shepherd is nothing without a flock. Is that what you mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
But we've been saying we're gonna take down Mike. If Mike somehow overheard us...
At the very least, we'd lose the element of surprise. Mike must have some strong defenses set up.
And what does that have to do with anything? If we combine our strength, we'll definitely be able to take down Mike.
We're literally all superheroes. We can do it.
Yeah. We can win this.
With our powers combined.
Totally!
let's win this thing together.
Together, we're invincible. That scumbag Mike. We're gonna beat it into submission.
Yeah, get pumped.
We're gonna crush it.
Just to make sure, we're gonna head to the Panopticon tomorrow, right?
Yeah. We should get a good night's sleep before the final battle.
Ooh.
Battle, huh?
Looks like we're in for a tough fight.
If we're not all in this together, it doesn't seem like we've got a chance.
I think we need a strong leader.
And I think that leader should be Pochi.
Didn't we already decide that?
It was Rachel. Oh, I guess technically Pochi is Rachel.
That's
The Go-Getters Club badge.
Kansai's leader badge.
When I met Neon in Kyoto, I took the badge off, right?
And I kept it safe. I figured we'd be in trouble if we lost it.
I get what you're saying. So what?
You're the one who deserves to wear the badge, Pochi.
Huh?
Rachel saved our bacon time and time again. But
It was you controlling him all along.
In other words, we owe our lives to you, Pochi.
You're our hero, Mr. Pochi.
Totally!
You're the only one who can lead us.
There's no one more qualified than you, Pochi.
How about it? You gonna accept the role?
Nah, we've already decided. He's got no right to refuse.
Guys,
Well then, you're now the leader of the Go-Getters Club.
Yeah. Pochi definitely is deserving of the title.
I present you with this badge.
Ooh la la. Pochi, get some. Sorry. Going in for the kiss. I don't know if a human-robot relationship would work, but...
It's a gift for those times you saved us.
He's getting all flustered.
Did you guys just see that? Nero she just kissed Pochi on the cheek.
She's reacting as if she caught them, like, doing it in front of them.
You're right.
Yeah.
So shameful! Totally disgraceful.
What are you guys talking about? It's
I thought it
no
was
big
cute.
deal.
Yeah, that's where I stand. Thought that was a cute gesture.
You say that, but look how much you're blushing.
Well, it's a little. You think so too, right, Mochan?
Oh yeah, Mocha. You like Nyoro, don't you?
Oh, he's probably like, no, how could you? You traitor.
Well, putting Mochan to one side. Hey! Don't do that! Anyways, tomorrow is the big day. The day we take down Mike!
Hey, Kansai, what are you doing trying to wrap things up? Pochi's the leader now. We've literally just decided.
Oh yeah, I'm counting on you, Pochi.
Okay. Well then, here we go. Go-Getters Club.
Hey, hey, oh! I like joining in now. I feel like I'm a part of the Go-Getters Club just as much as they are. I've been on them this whole time. I mean, I've been with them this whole time. And there we go, guys. We're heading to the Panopticon now. And that definitely seems like a good place to wrap this video up. Man, I mean, I've been saying I feel like we're getting close to the end, but now it really feels like this is it. I don't know if this is going to be just one big gameplay section or like a string of gameplay sections or what. But we've made it to the Panopticon where Mike is housed. And now it really feels like all that's left is just getting to Mike and destroying him. I don't know if there'll be any more choices. It doesn't sound like we were presented with that one choice, you know. Become shepherds, you know, guiding the sheep, or just, you know, destroying humanity. And it seems like we're taking a third option, so I don't think we actually have to make that choice. But, yeah. It seems like we're taking the fight to Mike, and I don't know how many more episodes this will be, but like I said, we're just about there. We're so close. So just want to take the time to, I mean, I know we're not at the end yet. I'll obviously say this again once we get to the end, but since it feels like we're really getting to the end, I just want to thank those of you who have tuned in. You know, whether you're watching this, you know, as I upload them, or whether you watch this a year or two from now, you just stumble upon this video. Thank you guys for watching this series, and it means a lot to me. And this is my first series, along with Ratchet and Clank. I guess I'm working on that currently as well, Rift Apart. But this is like the start of my channel, and it's been a blast. And there's gonna be a lot more to come. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to my channel, all the usual rigmarole. It all means a lot to me. And of course, I like interacting with you guys. So. Excuse me. Feel free to leave a comment. I would love to chat with you and see what your thoughts are as we come to the end. And that's all I really have to say, guys. So take care, and bye-bye.